Good afternoon. My name is Rick Stefanski. I've chosen Super Bowl 40 as my event to assess for Project 3. It was held in Detroit, Michigan, February 5th, 2006. I chose this event because I think it was a great example of what we've learned this semester as to why communities bid to host these major events because of the tourism and economic opportunities. A little background about Detroit. They were in a pretty tough place image wise. They were on the top cities. They were one of the top cities of FBI's highest crime rate cities. They were ranked second in unemployment at the time. And also, they hosted Super Bowl 16 in 1982, and that was a major disaster for a couple of reasons. The host committee failed to factor in weather concerns, which in Detroit, Michigan, in February, they get a lot of snow. So it played havoc on transportation. They also failed to incorporate the fact that then Vice President George Bush was going to be in town, and that furthered the transportation debacle. So, needless to say, the city of Detroit was going through a tough brand image time, and they needed a chance at redemption, and they would get that by being able to host Super Bowl 40. Then Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick was quoted as saying, Detroiters have a pent up demand to do well. First of all, we want to redeem ourselves, and we want to reintroduce ourselves to the world as a new Detroit. The city was going to invest over $120 million to upgrade sidewalks, landscaping, tear down old and vacant buildings, and reface the local businesses to help improve their image for the Super Bowl. It was clear that the target audience wasn't going to be just your casual armchair quarterback or your casual football fan. Their target audience was going to be the entire world. Growing up 45 minutes south of Detroit, I witnessed the negative cultural image that Detroit had earned throughout the years. I also attended Super Bowl 40, and I can tell you firsthand that my image of Detroit definitely changed because of the investment and transformation of the city as they got ready to host Super Bowl 40. According to Wikipedia, the attendance at Super Bowl 40 was 68,206. There was a 41.6% television share, which equated to about 91 million viewers. The city of Detroit was not just trying to successfully host a football game, their goal was to rebrand the city by throwing the best week long party any event goers ever attended. If you actually Google Super Bowl XL party guide, you'll see a list of events ranging from bowling with Jerome Bettis, who's one of my favorite players, to enjoying live shows with Snoop Dogg, Lil Jon, Nelly, Kid Rock, and John Legend. With the influx of tourists and the world stage that the Super Bowl is on, there's definitely a need for increase in security. I was unable to get any data from 2006 as far as the increase, but just to put a little perspective to it, the most recent Super Bowl, Super Bowl 53, inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, they had over 5,000 armed police officers and 180 canines. So pretty big deal. As it relates to marketing, the NFL used the slogan "The Road to 40" as a center point of its marketing campaign. And that really synced up with the automotive industry in Detroit. Detroit at the time was the center of the automobile industry. While the Super Bowl needs little marketing in order to promote the event, there are several avenues used to push the event throughout the football schedule. But obviously, the big money for marketing comes with the famous Super Bowl commercials. In 2006, the cost for a 30-second spot was $2.5 million. And just to compare that to the most recent Super Bowl, the 30-second spot went for $5.2 million. Another marketing employee for the Super Bowl was a halftime show. And for Super Bowl 40, the halftime show was the Rolling Stones, which, according to Wikipedia, was rated the sixth best halftime show in Super Bowl history. It was a great show. Some suggestions. The only thing I would change about the design is to uh, add some interactive components and try to increase the viewership from fans that don't have a team in the game. As far as marketing, I would try to create a secondary market for smaller companies that just cannot simply afford the price tag for a commercial during the Super Bowl. And then finally, as far as the leadership goes, I would definitely believe that the situational leadership approach was chosen for this event. With so many departments involved, there's no way to be an expert on everything. Um, we'll definitely have to balance the supportive versus the directive situations. And the host committee is definitely going to have to use all four styles of situational leadership, which are directing, coaching, supporting, and delegating for an event this size to be successful. That's my analysis. I appreciate you listening and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.